Now, parallel perpendicular lines. For them to be parallel, we need both slopes to be the exact same. So M1 is just going to equal M2. Or slope 1 should equal the next parallel slope. Perpendicular is slightly different. Perpendicular, I mean that one of our slope is going to be the opposite flipped. So we're just going to identify those two here. If we're looking for our slope, y equals mx plus b. So negative 4 is going to be our slope. A parallel would be our slope of just 4. Nothing changes. For it to be perpendicular, our slope would be its opposite flipped, opposite reciprocal. So positive becomes negative. 4 becomes 1/4. So just being able to identify those two are going to be crucial. The next one is very similar. This is our slope. Parallel would mean that our slope is just going to be negative 3/2. Nothing's changed. Perpendicular for the other version. Are you seeing regular or negative?
Negative.
Regular. So it's non-negative.
Regular, yeah.
Not regular, just opposite. Done. Good stuff? Definitely want to be able to do those. Here we go. Copy down these two type of problems. In your homework problems or in your multiple choice problems, it says choose the method to solve this system. What are the two methods we can use to solve these?
Elimination.
Substitution. Right. Those are the two we want to be able to see. One method works better than the other in different situations. And depending on which one you want to use, it's going to be done that way. If your variables are stacked over another in a nice column, what do you think we're going to use? Elimination. Elimination requires that they get stacked and be in the same columns. We don't even need to do that. You want to be able to eliminate your x's or y's. In this case, do we have opposites? Absolutely. Our 10s are opposites, so all we're going to do here is just add them. For x, negative 4x. Yes. X will just be equal to negative 1. Are we done?
No, we have to plug it back.
Doesn't matter which one we plug it back into.
No.
The bottom one or the top one doesn't matter. I'm going to choose the bottom one. This is negative 4, so I'm going to add 4 to both sides. So I just want to try to get through as many problems as I possibly can. So I know I'm not showing a lot of work, but I figure you guys can go back. So adding 4 will give us negative 20. Y will give us negative 2. My solution, done.
So why did you do anything with 4 and negative 1?
I multiplied them already. It becomes negative 4, adding it to the other side. I skipped a step. Yeah. I skipped a step. I'm just trying to get through these because I want to try to get through as many as I possibly can. Okay. Looking at this, looking at SOHCAHTOA, looking at proportions, looking at perimeter and area, just trying to get through everything. I wasn't able to get through everything in my last class. But I'm just kind of skipping steps. If you can kind of see where we're going with this. The next one, are they all stacked?
No.
They're not stacked. Do we have an isolated variable? What do we use? Substitution. We're going to take the one on the top and we're going to plug it into the one up on the bottom. The one on the bottom, up in the bottom. Does that make sense? I'm hoping this review is going to help you guys study. This will probably be the easiest test you guys will take. Pre-distribute. Combine like terms. Six x minus 2 is equal to 4. Adding 2 to both sides. Dividing out. Are we done? What should we do? We're going to take it and plug it back into the one up on top. Either one works again, doesn't matter. I just like that it's already simplified out the best way it can. Y is going to be equal to negative 2 times 1 plus 1. Y is going to be equal to negative 1. My solution? You guys are all tired today, man. Yeah, my first one was horrible. Horribly tired. That one, horrible. I know. Trust me, I can feel it too. I'm liking it. Yeah. I think it's. No, you don't get a break. You'll have to be here every day. Yeah. Thursday. Here we go. Copy down these two pictures. TPT theorem, triangle proportionality theorem. We got to be able to create the ratios for these. Whatever the angles open up, the angle opens up to make the larger triangle is going to be what we're going to kind of use as the reference point. We're going to do our smaller triangle here to this side, so this will be 16 over 12. We're going to equal that to the other side of the other proportion. So x plus 10 over 15. What would I do to solve this out? Cross multiply. 16 times 15? 240. We're going to get the other side being 12 x plus 10. We got to distribute. Subtracting out 120 from both sides, we're going to get 120 is equal to 12x. X is going to be equal to 10. Other one here, we're going to look at our reference angle. I need to find that smaller piece. How do I find that smaller piece if I know this full length is 8? 8 minus 3 is? So I know I have a smaller piece of 5. That means I no longer need this longer piece. Our reference angle is going to come from this bottom portion now. I'm going to look it up like that. We know that longer piece, and we know a small piece of that is 3. We know that that total length is going to be 5, so we can just subtract the two numbers. We're looking at the bottom reference angle here. We're going to take this and do our reference angle. So 5 over is going to be equal to the bottom sides of 2x plus 4 over. What do I do to solve this out? Cross multiply. 5 times 6 is 30. 3 times 2x plus 4. I'm going to kind of do this in one fell swoop as well. Here we go. I'm going to do all 3 of these, but I'm just going to show you the final answer to them. So if you want to copy these down and do them, I'm going to do the first one. I'm going to do 19, but I'm just going to give you the setup for the last ones quickly. So I'm not going to show you how to set them up. If you want to set them up later, you can practice. That might be a good version. So let's find the measurement of the indicated angle. Again, I'm going to do the first one. The last ones I'm not going to do. So I'm going to give you the final answer to them. And not the final answer, but you can figure it out how to do it. What acronym do we use when given angles and sides? SOHCAHTOA. It gives us our trig ratios to help us solve. We are going to use our angle that is referenced in this little corner. This is what we're going to try to solve for. Now, in order for us to use this angle, we got to be able to label all the sides. So, SOHCAHTOA, find your reference angle, label sides. Those are the key things you need to do. The right angle here kind of makes this arrow. Arrow will always point towards the hypotenuse. The side the angle does not touch, so it touches this bottom side and touches this top side. The side the angle does not touch will always be your opposite. That means we have an adjacent with nothing. Question mark. To determine which one we use, what part of the information we don't have? So everything with A we do what to? Cross out. 2 of the 3 will be crossed out, leaving you only 1, which is? Sine. Sine of our angle, which I don't know what it is going to be the opposite over hypotenuse. Can we solve this out for anything? No. We got to be able to use the inverse property. Our inverse property I'll just plug this in directly. Shift sine, which gives you your sine inverse, fraction by in 39 pushing down, 47 is equal to done. That is how you want to do them all for this case. Number 2 is going to be, this is your solution. I want you guys to work your way back should you choose to do it. And our last one, again, you can work backwards. In the same setup, same kind of style. SOHCAHTOA, find your reference angle, label your sides, mark out or make an X to the one we're not going to use, plug it in, inverse. Comprendo? Here we go. I'll hold off a little bit. Good. Is this helping reviewing? Okie dokie. Again, if you want to copy these down later, these will be on YouTube. Copy these 3 down now. Sorry, I know you guys are doing a lot of writing, but I'd rather give you guys more practice problems than not. Because why do I feel some of you are not going to study and just say, I studied already in class? Oh, I know some of you. Again, I'll be doing the first one. I'll let you guys finish up the last ones. I'll give you the last equations for them. This case, what we're going to do here is doing the same setup. This is sides and angles. This time it's giving us an angle, so what are we going to use? What our acronym is? So, what's our reference angle? 48. Got to use this one. Our little 90-degree angle makes an arrow, which tells me that side's going to be the hypotenuse. I don't have anything for this. Side the angle, the side the angle does not touch. So that's going to be X. 18 will be our adjacent. In this case, we don't have anything with our H, so everything with those get canceled out. Tangent of our angle 48, can we plug that into a calculator? Sure can do. X over 18. How do we solve this? Tangent of 48. Cross multiply. 1.11 times 'Same doings. I'm going to give you the equations to set up. These are how you're going to want to do them. This will be Those are you guys to use a little bit later. Questions? Try to copy down this one. What I would do is build a small sphere. I would build a square around it, or parallelogram. That'd be my version of it, but I have a better looking one, so I'm going to use that. What do we basically have to do here?
You would have to solve both. So first you have to do the proper equation for half circle. Or
A half a sphere is called a hemisphere. I think you could do gooder than that next time. We also have a what? Square thing. You can do gooder than that. You guys can't name them correctly, so I won't say it correctly. Be gooder today. Hemisphere plus a. Got to be able to get these equations correct. Hemisphere.
It's 2 pi r radius.
All we got to be able to do is plug these things in, right? What is going to be our radius for our hemisphere? 2 pi times 3 cubed over 3. What's my length times width times height?
4 times 10 times 8.
Simplifying this out, 2 times 3.14 times
27.
Are we done?
If I don't put semi square on the test,
You will get a portion of it off.
Oh. Okay.
Yep, got to be able to put those in.
Did you have one question finals?
Did I? In college? Yeah. It's like you already knew. Copy.
So the one you thought that was the final answer, that you said mistake.
All we did is we took them and just added them both together.
Math is only fun when you don't have to do that.
It's never fun.
Math is fun when I don't have to do that.
Well, I'm so. Slow.
I don't think I know. I don't think I know.
Guys, flirt later. Okay. Flirt later.
How is that fun? You just call me slow.
Flirt
You call me
later.
stupid.
It's like when kids throw sand at each other when they're little, or play footsies,
That's a double style.
or push them in the dirt. They like each other. No girls liked me when I was little, so I was cool with that. I take that back. I used to sit next to a girl because she used to give me candy to sit next to her. And I would take the candy and run to the back of the bus.
Wow.
It's cold-blooded back then. That's how I run it. In this case, we need to be able to use our special rep properties. We got to be able to label our sides. Angle off of the 9 degrees is going to be equal to C. And C. A will be equal to C radical 2. Like I said before, we're going to take all these and we're going to write them side by side. Now, in this case, we have only one variable we need to identify by. In this case, we just need C. So it's already done for us. C is equal to 2 radical 2. So we're going to take this equation, we're going to take C and we're just going to plug it in and simplify. It's going to give us B is equal to 2 radical 2. And our last one, we plug it in, we're going to get A is equal to 2 radical 2 times 2 radical 2. This A is going to be equal to A, or 2 times just 2. 4. The other one, which is kind of small, and my apologies, we're going to use a property for our 30, 60, 90. This is C, 2C, C radical 3. Want to be able to label these. The hypotenuse will be 2C. Backside will be C radical 3. Bottom will be just C. We take these and write them side by side. 2C is equal to 10. Y is equal to C. X is equal to C radical 3. Got to be able to find the one variable. Is going to be 1, 2, or 3. 1, it has one variable. C will be equal to 5. Once you find the one variable, Plug it in, plug it in. Hmm? Just like the team test. Exactly like the team test. Think of team test, different numbers. Questions? Still have plenty of time. I'll do this one on the video for the second video. This is one that everyone's confused about. Huh?
I have no idea.
Find R if you have the volume is 84 pi, the height is 7. This is a cylinder. Cylinder's volume is going to be volume is equal to pi r squared times h. What we want to be able to do is plug in our values that we know. Our volume is 84 pi, so we're going to do 84 pi. Our radius is still r. We don't know what r is. That's what we're going to solve out for, so r squared. And our height is going to be, we're going to simplify everything out first. What I would do is take this and divide everything by 7. 84 by 7 is what? 12. So we're going to get 12 pi is equal to pi times r squared. Isn't pi just a number? Yeah. Either way works. Both pi's are going to cancel each other out. We're going to get 12 is equal to r squared. How do we solve out for what r is? Square root. Square root both sides. R will be equal to the square root of 12. You'd wish. Part 2 and the remainder problems will be posted on YouTube. If you wish to go back and check those out, please look at them, and we're going to go ahead and review. What? Yeah. It's a different way of doing it.
I don't know why I never used it here. Just because like it told me directly how to do it. So I'm just like, oh, okay.
Yeah, do you mind if I take a picture?
Yeah, you can have that.
Oh, thank you. I will take it. Okay. Hold on to it. When we're going to go over them, I'll cover them tomorrow for you. Okay, I'll give the answer key to it. So you can look over it. Yeah, hold on to it. I'll do this for him. Bye, guys. See you guys. See you guys.